Hey everyone, Andrea from Summit Valley Soap here. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made this gorgeous beach-inspired soap. I made this in 2 layers. This first part will be the sand, so I have my oils ready to go, and I'm adding some walnut powder. And then I'll add the fragrance. This is Bahama Coconut by Rustic Essentials. I'm adding my lye, and I'll mix this up to a light trace and get it poured in the bottom of the mold. I'm going to pour this at a little bit of an angle. I don't want a perfect straight line between the sand and the water, just so it looks more like a real coastline. So I've tucked just a centimeter piece of wood underneath my mold to kind of prop it at an angle. And then I'll let this sit for about 15 or 20 minutes to harden up so that my next layer doesn't break right through it and stays somewhat separate. While that hardens up, we'll work on the next layer. This will be some blue swirls for the ocean. I'm adding my lye, and I'll blend this up to emulsification, divide it out into 3 parts, and then I'm going to do 2 blue sections. I'm using Twilight Mica by Mad Micas for those 2 sections. I'll use different amounts and some titanium dioxide to make the 2 blues distinct. And then I've got a white section. I'm using Here Comes the Bride Mica by Mad Micas for that white section. I'm kind of going through, I'm not getting the exact color that I want right away, so I'm kind of messing around with my micas here. I'm also working on the consistency of my batter. I've worked to get my batter to move slower and stay at a thinner trace for a longer amount of time, and I've been so successful with that now it's kind of moving slower than I would like, but that's okay. What I've learned is get everything blended how you like it, and then walk away and just let it sit for 10 minutes or so, and typically it'll come up to the consistency that works. I've just poured the dark blue into the light blue. I poured at the 12 and the 6, and then the white went in at the 3 and the 9. And here is our sand layer, and I'll again just texture this up a little bit just to add to kind of the more natural looking shore meets water look. I'm adding a little extra of the white that I had, and then I'll give the pot just a couple of spins there, just a couple of stirs, and then I'll pour this over a spatula so I don't break into that bottom sand layer, and we'll see this in the pot swirl get poured into the mold. It's looking very turquoise right now. I don't know what it is about my recipe, but I tend to have color morphing. What you see is not what you get in the case of my recipes. Usually as they set up, the color will change a little bit. So we'll see what this one turns into. I let it sit up for about 20 minutes, and then I'm texturizing the top here. I want to try to make an ocean wave. And if it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I don't. I usually do not texturize the tops. So it's kind of like swirling the first couple of times you do it. You do it too much, you mess around a lot, but I've found the tops of soaps to be super forgiving, so hopefully that'll be the case this time as well. So here it is a day later, and as promised, this did change color. It's kind of a light blue. I like it a lot. I have a little bit of soda ash, but I think it kind of adds to the design. It's giving kind of a white crested wave top. Ooh, that first preview of the side is promising. Now this mold is too long for my multi-bar cutter, so I've got to score this and cut this into 2 pieces. Get a little sneak peek there. Oh, again, sneak peek is looking good. Today's video theme is me messing with stuff. I can't get anything right the first time, so here I am taking this off, turning it around, deciding I would rather it go on the multi-bar cutter that direction. But that's okay, because we didn't spend all that time on this soap just to cut it incorrectly, so if I've got to replace it on the cutter a few times, then so be it. I'm really loving that blue swirl on these. It's so pretty. I don't know how well the camera is picking it up, but there's some real subtle blues in there that look like almost like the sky in some places. Definitely has that ocean wave look. All right, very pretty. Oh. It's really nice when you have something in your head and you execute the design and you cut it and you're like, yes, you did exactly what I hoped you would do. So here I am beveling my soaps. I bevel my soaps in every video, but I don't know if I've ever really shown you guys exactly what I'm doing. The corners on the soap when you come out are very 90-degree sharp angle, and that doesn't always feel great when you rub it against your body in the shower. And when you even hold it in your hand, sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable. So I go through on each corner and just soften those up, bevel them out, and that's what it ends up looking like. I really like the look of a beveled bar. Some soap makers leave the corners square. It's, whatever aesthetic you like. These turned out beautiful. I love them. They will be available in my Etsy shop on March 1st, so check me out. I'm Summit Valley Soap on Etsy. You can also find me at Summit Valley Soap on Facebook and Instagram. Be sure to find me there, follow me, comment, like, all that good stuff. And while you're here on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe as well. I really appreciate you watching today, and I hope you have a fabulous day.